Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sorry for having to join you late, and I'll just have a short time with you because, like I told the coordinator, today is the convocation day in the university, and we are having the convocation of the undergraduate, and I'm a member of the University Governing Council. So I'm just going to talk about this thing that we are talking about, the cybersecurity, the fourth industrial revolution, and the new work. If you look at what is happening today, we are gradually moving to the fourth industrial revolution, and the fourth industrial revolution is going to be driven by issues of artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, and cybersecurity. And just like you said, computer has revolutionized the world. Banks, everybody, entertainment industry. Computer also play a prominent role in communication. Computer are used for manufacturing. Banks use them for record keeping, for entertainment. So many things, so many things, so many things. And computers now have considerably changed the lives of human beings. And what we are looking at today, people can drive computerized cars. There also exists a computer is an electronic brain that people now rely on artificial intelligence, which is one of the very important factor in the fourth industrial revolution. And in the health sector, computer can keep patients' records, schedule personnel, and all the rest. They provide assistance. Nowadays, we have computer providing assistance to disabled. Say, for instance, I have one of my ex-students who is now in the United States of America. He did something, we call it eye care, that will help the visually impaired people. So in so many areas, computer has come to revolutionize the world. In the military, we use it to store inventory, carry out simulation, war simulation. You can use it to follow the movement of enemies, traffic flow are controlled by computer, transport industry. When you go to advanced country nowadays, you see them. For instance, in UK, assuming computer is not working, the train system, which is the main thing operating there. If computer can see,
you, sir. Please,
yeah.
Your slide, if you can maximize it, we can.
Okay. No problem. I can maximize it. No problem.
Okay, sir.
So, critical infrastructures like water, transportation, health sector, everything also leverage on computer. And these are the things that are coming up, that are being developed, that have been taken to the advanced level in the fourth industrial revolution, where artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and so many things will be involved. But we have challenges, and that is where the fourth industrial revolution come up. And what do we talk about the fourth industrial revolution? How does cybersecurity come in? In the fourth industrial revolution now, where some of these things will come into play, we can also have security and privacy challenges. You can discover, you can begin to imagine what will happen when somebody can come into your house without you being there, remotely open your door, drop your good that you have purchased online, and go away. You can imagine what will happen when somebody can come, when you come to the nearest station where you have parked your car, come to your car, open the boot of your car remotely, and drop your good and go. So challenges that have to do with this have to do with security and privacy. I want to tell you, computer nowadays define the way we live our lives. Information technology defines our daily experience. I'm sure all of us there's none of us there who can, spend, assuming that I remember sometimes ago, there was it MTN for some hours. Everybody was running scatter. You remember there was another time ago recently where Facebook got crashed. A lot of people, Facebook, LinkedIn, and it was a serious problem. So that means that it has entered into our subconsciousness. We have smart cities, we have smart homes, which has metamorphosized to smart city, smart nation, and which go to lead to smart world in the fourth industrial revolution. And when you now have smart world, where everybody, the world is where everybody, we are now in what I refer to as a borderless world. In the fourth industrial revolution, we are going to have what we call borderless world. It doesn't matter, the physical border between Nigeria and Benin Republic will disappear when it comes to digital engagement, and most of the engagement will be digital. So we need to take care of some of these things. Yes, Nigerian government can put a lot of soldiers at the border. Nigerian government can put a lot of soldiers at the border of Niger Republic, of this, of that, whatever happens. But at the end of the day, because of the digital nature of some of these things, there is no way we can take care. Just a minute, just a minute. So sorry. A city smart investment in human social capital, transport, IT, smart, all these have to be things we begin to plan for in the post-industrial revolution. Like I said, from smart city, from smart home to smart city to smart nation to smart world. Well, when we now talk of the security question, the question now, when it comes into this fourth industrial revolution, is that the security question at individual organization level is now whether information technology has enhanced or jeopardized at this level. Otherwise, the security of the world, how is it fair? How is it going to fare? In the US, I remember when Obama was the president, he said something. He said the prosperity of America will be dependent on cybersecurity. Well, I don't know. If I can extrapolate it, I can say the security of the world. And you have what we call the forms of protection, which has to do with authentication, that is used to identify the user, confidentiality, protection of information that we send, and the integrity. There is service that protects data against active threat. We have what we call the non-repudiation. That is when you talk of the non-repudiation. There are so many things today now. Somebody committing an act digitally and trying to deny that it's not the sort. We must have a way of tracing it to criminal who committed this act. You can't deny. You must find a way to make sure that you can't deny it. And this has to do with issues of digital signature cryptography and all the rest. Availability. So many people nowadays, what do? So many people nowadays, by the time they have concerted attack, even your service you will not be able to use, and the issue of availability becomes problem. And that's what we call, it comes like denial of service attack. All these are the issues that are there. You also have the issue of cybersecurity. So when you talk of cybersecurity, professionals have defined it in different formats and all the rest. In office setting, one individual will need to go to another person's computer, we install a flash drive and copy confidential information. These are basic things that we need to take care of in the fourth industrial revolution, because everything is going to be digital. When you talk of cybersecurity, there are things that are involved. You talk about the people, you talk about the processes, you talk about the technology. For instance, in any organization in the fourth revolution, every employee is a threat. In fact, one thing in the cybersecurity palace, we say the trust is an enemy of security. Trust is an enemy of security. You don't trust anybody. Trust is an enemy of security. Even your best friend in your organization, your best worker, it can do something that will throw the whole organization into chaos tomorrow. So people, do you have well-trained people? What is their knowledge in cybersecurity is very, very important in the fourth industrial revolution. Processes. What are the processes of communication in your establishment? Documented processes should also be clearly defined. Technology. What type of technology are you using? Many of us, part of the technology, even software. Most of us pirated software we buy on the shelf, off the shelf. They come with attendant threats. And we have said the cost of cybersecurity. Why cybersecurity is important in the fourth industrial revolution? The cost of cybercrime is increasing every day. The cost of committing the crime is reducing. The cost paid as a result of the crisis is increasing. And when the cost of committing a crime is decreasing and the cost you pay for the crime, the result is increasing, you have a problem. You have a problem, and it begins to give us all of a lot of worry. Cyber attack continue to grow in sophistication, in method of attack, and so you remember the Petya, the WannaCry, the NotPI, all these attacks. There have been things that have happened before, and cyber attacks have become very lucrative today around the world. If you look at threat maps, you see a lot of it has become very lucrative, either by this, most especially by the by non-state actors. But the truth of the matter is that the non-state actors usually have subtle backing of the state actor, but they will not want to own up. These are some of the things. And new regulations. And that's why even when you turn to the matter of law, when it comes to cyber crime or cybersecurity law, it's something that is beyond border, because cybercrime has international dimension. The law guiding it also has some international dimension. Security issues, for example, security issues have become very astronomical in context, and a lot of crime. Look at it. Sometimes ago, 23 financial crime committed between 1996 and 2000, 87% were accomplished without even the people knowing the knowledge of cybersecurity or technology. There's one man called Lois. Committed a sabotage that resulted in $10 million loss. Sometimes many years ago, and some layoffs. Two traffic engineers at the time, they made sure they disabled the traffic in Los Angeles capital, and there was a lot of chaos. Just like I remember fella in those days when he sang, motor is coming from the east, motor is coming from the west, and nobody can move forward. You can imagine what will happen. So many of them breaches. A former account payable clerk at North Bay, you assess the firm's accounting software and issues 127 checks payable to himself and others, and at the end of the day implicated another person. So many of them, the war of malware, which have happened through the slammer war of 2003, and many of them are still happening, and they are becoming. And you can see chain of computer attack. You can see the malware from the attacker, from the attack command, botnet, attack packets, and all the rest. We have many things, and we have malicious cyber crimes. We have the global, where you have the criminal action, the estimated costs that have taken place in the recent time. Up to 2017, piracy issue, the estimated cost, percentage of global that have happened in the time frame. And internet usage has increased, internet siege rather, from February 2000 and February year 2000. We have internet has been under siege. So many things, Yahoo, Amazon, Buy.com, CNN.com, eBay, all of them have been under one attack or the other. So by the time we now enter into the fourth industrial revolution, where everything is going to be, where everything is going to be based on artificial intelligence, where everything is going to be based on machine learning, where everything is going to be based on IoT, you will discover the sophistication will be too much, and the interest in the cyber attack will be too much. So the earlier we get prepared, the better. You remember the issue of Slammer 1, the issue of Warcom, you remember the September 11 attack that shook the whole world. All these are things that they're distinct. So it is a jungle out there. Everybody, the internet is highly connected, globally connected, viruses, everybody has become susceptible to attack. We are all vulnerable. We are all vulnerable. And let me tell you, don't think that you have, oh, I am protected because I have some defense. No. You are not, because until you are hit, then you will know that intruders will always find a way. Hackings are not committed by intruder by accessing your computer. Ways of perpetrating cybercrime. So many, the most common one, virus dissemination, and there's something we call the logic bomb that also known as Slack code. You remember what happened? There was a infamous Friday the 13th virus, which attacked the whole system and everything exploded. You have denial of service. You are connecting to server because there is a concerted attack. You are connecting, you cannot connect, you cannot get any service. All these are some of the things we have. Phishing, that is getting information. Trying to get information about individuals, most especially whalers. There are people we call whalers in the industry. Who are the whalers? The whalers are the CEOs, the people that are important. When you have information about them, you can take the whole resources of the company. And email bombing and spamming, all these are things. Email bombing and spamming, webjacking, cyberstalking, all these are ways of perpetrating cybercrime, salami slicing attack. And when you look at this, it happens a lot in the bank. Somebody is just working there, he's taking one naira from 1 million people customer, or 10 naira from that looks insignificant. By the time it brings up, all of a sudden, before you know what is happening, he becomes a millionaire. These are some of the things. Software piracy, intrusion detection, and malicious code. The number of attacks, you can see it has grown from 2015 to 2018, for instance, just from 500 million to 2 billion. You can see the astronomical growth. All these are things that are there. And ransomware prediction in 2019, and ransomware cost will rise to about $11.5 billion in 2019, which has happened, and which is estimated by the year 2022 is going to rise about 20 point something billion dollars. All these are things that we have, and even in Africa and Nigeria, we have also suffered it. We have also suffered this cyber crime. It's only they are not reported. More than for instance, according to Shiloh and Fasasi 2016, cyber crime war in the world cost the sum of about $500 billion, more than the GDP of South Africa, which is 350, and GDP of Nigeria, or less, a little bit less than the GDP of Nigeria, which is 521. So there are so many things, and the kind of attack that has happened, and how it has happened. And then in Nigeria, we have had so many attacks as well, putting all the calls, denial of service, putting calls into this thing, malicious attack, about $2 billion, web attack, $2 million. Denial of service, $1.5 million. Insider, malware insider, $1.4 billion. Phishing and social engineering, $1.2 billion. Malicious code. All these have taken place. And notable breaches and vulnerability prediction for future attack. By the time we enter into the era of what do we call it, of fourth industrial revolution, is going to increase astronomically, and these notable breaches have taken place, and it will continue to take place. And you can see everyone, something for everyone in cybersecurity, reasons to work in cybersecurity. Now in the fourth industrial, how do you key in the fourth industrial revolution? Now taking a profession in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is something for everyone. Money makes the world go round. Be part of the dynamic. It's a dynamic industry, and my advice is you want to be part of the dynamic.
Hello, sir. Please, we can't hear you, sir.
I was offline. Sorry. So I just came to, because today's convocation, I just took the time off to come and. Thank you. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. You can go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm done. Yeah. Thank you very much. I don't know whether I have any question before I run again.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for that session, sir. We really appreciate it. Okay. We have a question from Mr. Sylvester. Okay, so Mr. Sylvester, over to you, sir.
Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sylvester.
Yes, sir. We are looking at the numbers of breaches in the world today, breaches and attacks today. So what should be put in place concerning this? What should an organization, individual should put in place so that they should prevent such an attack? That is number one, sir. And on the issues of law, when it comes to cybersecurity law, does Nigeria really have a capacity, or does Nigeria really have a good cybercrime law that can bind Nigeria from being into cybercrime? That is number two. Number three, you made mention of WannaCry, because many people don't even know about WannaCry. So can you please expatiate more on the issues of WannaCry and how would an organization prevent such to happen? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me just tell you straight. Number one, on the issue of prevention. In cybersecurity, we try to prevent, but we know prevention is not totally possible. So what we do is detection. And that is why we have what we call incident management. Any organization must, like I teach my students, we are not talking of, sorry, I'm connecting with my phone. We are not talking of we're not talking of when we talk of incident happening, we are not talking of a situation whereby you are not going to be attacked. It's a question of when. So in cybersecurity palace, we don't close our eyes to say, oh, we can never be attacked. Yes, we try to prevent, but in most cases, prevention is almost impossible. So what happens? Detection, which leads to incident management problem system. And that is why when we talk of cybersecurity, you have the technology aspect and you have the management aspect. So cybersecurity involves a lot of management. So you cannot have total prevention. You may not be able to have total prevention. Let me use that language. And that's why you must have incident response plan. On concerning the issue of cybersecurity law, like I said, the issue of cybersecurity, there is what we call the word politics. Politics is involved. There are so many attacks that are carried out by non-state actors, but backed up by state actors. So from country to country, the law varies. But when you come to particularly Nigeria, the problem in Nigeria is that we are not even engaging the professionals in preparing the cybercrime law. But we cannot say we don't have law. We have law. And just like I mentioned sometimes ago when I gave my inaugural lecture, yes, we have law, but the law are not able to take care of the various type of crime we have in the cybersecurity. And when you talk of, sorry, my network is testing. When you talk of the WannaCry, I'm sure you know this cry is some of ransomware that affected Windows computer in the year 2017 that infected a lot of them. And at the end of the day, it brought about a lot of problems around the world. And there is just one of the various ones that have happened all over the world. And it will continue to happen. Even, I think I remember, one has just happened, was it last year? So all this type of ransomware will continue to come up, and they will continue to eat our system. It's not going to go away. It's going to be at higher rate. But the reaction, how do we react? How do we react to some of these things, or to a large extent, how do we prevent it? And when we are not able to prevent it, what are the incident management plans that we have? Those are the things I want to say. Thank you very much. Hello, are you there?
Thank you, my able Prof. God bless you, sir. We really appreciate letting know you have a tight schedule that you are still able to answer us. I want to appreciate you. Thank you very much, and God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I will be taking my leave now because some of that things are taking over. Thank you very much.
No problem, sir. Thank you, sir.